There's only one real reason most traders fail, just one. Fix this and you'll see a huge improvement in your trades almost immediately. The crazy part is, once I tell you what it is, you're not gonna believe it. You know why? Because it's so simple, so obvious that you've likely been overlooking it your entire trading career. And here's the thing, once you see it, everything about the way you trade will undoubtedly change. Hi, my name is Jay Catalano, the pattern every trader falls into. Let's start with what you probably think is the real reason you fail. I need more discipline, I need better setups, I get emotional, I panic when it drops. And yes, that all matters, but here's the thing. Those aren't the real reasons. They're just symptoms. Something deeper is driving all of it. Here's the pattern every losing trader falls into. You enter a trade because it feels right. Maybe you think, this stock is going to the moon.
Outer space.
Or maybe it's, this stock has great fundamentals. I'll keep buying no matter how low it goes. Or, my YouTube guru said I should buy this stock before it explodes.
So stupid.
So you go all in. And while sometimes those things could be true, when it moves against you in a way you aren't used to, everything falls apart. You freeze, you tell yourself it'll come back, you hold longer than you should, you change the plan mid-trade, and you convince yourself to stay in even when everything tells you to get out.
You need to go. Get out.
Why? Why would anyone do something they know is irrational? Why would a smart, capable trader ignore their own rules? Why would they risk more than they planned or chase a trade they shouldn't? Think about that for a second. There's a pattern here. Something is driving all of these decisions, something deeper than entries, exits, or even YouTube gurus. The real reason traders fail is because of their belief systems. Wait a minute, I know what you're thinking. Oh, come on, Jay, I don't believe it. How ironic, it can't be that simple. Yes, it is that simple. I didn't say it's easy to change, but it is that simple. Think about it. Your beliefs control your emotions. Your beliefs override your rules. Your beliefs make you ignore reality. Beliefs make you hold garbage. Beliefs make you listen to gurus. Beliefs make you say it'll recover. Beliefs make you chase a trade you know you shouldn't. Beliefs make you size too big, and beliefs make you stay in too long, right? Those are the beliefs. And again, changing those things might be important, but it's your beliefs that are the puppeteer. Everything else, your entries, your exits, your discipline, blah, 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 is just the puppet. But here's what makes belief even more dangerous. Your beliefs are wired directly into the oldest part of your brain, the part designed for survival, not for trading. This is where fear and greed actually come from. Fear just isn't fear. It's your brain screaming, loss equals danger. Biologically, losing something, food, shelter, resources, could mean death. And modern neuroscience backs this up. Psychologist Daniel Kahneman, author of Thinking Fast and Slow, found that humans feel losses about twice as intensely as gains. Your brain literally treats loss like a threat to survival. So when a trade goes red, your body reacts the same way it did 50,000 years ago when danger appeared. You freeze, you hesitate, you start hoping and praying. You refuse to sell the loser. You double down instead of cutting it, because deep down, your brain thinks losing money equals losing safety. Let's talk about greed for a second. Greed isn't arrogance. It's your brain saying gain equals opportunity. Get more while you can. In nature, extra food meant extra safety and comfort. But here's the key. Missing a gain wasn't life-threatening. If you didn't find food today, you could look again tomorrow. A missed opportunity wasn't fatal. It was just inconvenient. But losing something, losing food, losing shelter, losing safety, that was immediate danger. So our brains evolved to treat gains as nice to have, but losses as fix this now or we might not survive. And modern behavioral economists back this up. Researcher Richard Thaler showed that the emotional pull of potential reward can distort logic, but nowhere near as powerfully as the fear of loss, because the brain prioritizes danger over opportunity every single time. So gains feel good, but not urgent. That's why traders lock in winners fast, but cling to losers forever. Here's the brutal summary. A win feels nice. A loss feels like danger.
Rumor has it you're broke.
And because losses hit 2 to 3 times harder, your beliefs twist your decisions without you even noticing. This is why traders violate their own rules. This is why smart people act irrationally. Not because they're dumb, not because they lack discipline, but because their belief system, tied to ancient survival wiring, is running the show. Now, the solution is simple, but here's the catch. It's not easy.
What the hell are you talking about?
I mean, how many people are actually willing to change their belief system? Half of you probably don't even believe me yet. Another irony. It's one thing to say there's a solution, it's another to actually do it when your brain is screaming, but this stock is going to the moon.
I understand nothing.
The truth is, the solution only feels simple once you accept it. To be honest, it took me over 10 years to realize this simple concept. Oh, more irony. Don't you love it? Think about this. If you cling to your beliefs, trading becomes complicated. If you let go of them, it becomes simple, almost obvious. You stop guessing, you stop hoping, you stop chasing every hot tip or sure thing. Here's what most traders do instead. If you believe a stock is going to the moon, you might say, I'll just buy it and wait. I'll average down and hold forever. And while that might sometimes work, you might be missing out on a much bigger piece of the opportunity.
Please, go on.
Because if you only believe that you can make money from the stock market in one direction, you blind yourself to the other half of the market. Most traders forget you can also short stocks or buy puts. Now, shorting, in case you didn't know, is basically taking advantage of a price drop. You win when the value falls, not rises. Now, it's a bit more nuanced than that, but you get the point. So you can ride a trend down just as powerfully as you can ride one up.
Where we going?
Stocks don't move in one direction, but belief systems often do. And if you're one of those individuals who says, short selling is evil, let me prove you wrong, because you probably use a form of short selling without even knowing it. Pretty much all the time. Have you ever used a coupon? That's a form of shorting. Negotiated a better deal? That's a form of shorting. Waited for a sale instead of paying full price? That's a form of shorting. You're basically betting the price will drop before you commit. It's just another way to play the game, a way to profit when things fall, instead of being trapped by your beliefs about where something should go. Instead, traders say things like, I can't short this. It's a good company. Shorting is risky. I'll just buy more on the dip. It's too low to go lower. And while you're holding the bag on the way down, someone else is making money the entire time. When you're locked into a belief this stock only goes up, you automatically ignore the other side of the market, even when reality is screaming the opposite. That's the real danger of belief. Not only does it trap you in bad trades, it blinds you to better ones. True story. I saw this recently. One YouTuber said he bought $100,000 of SoFi because he believed it was going to $50. Now, at the time, it was $24. He might be right. SoFi could hit $50, but in the meantime, it dropped all the way down to $18. That's a 25% drop, or sitting on a $25,000 unrealized loss. Sound familiar? Everyone's done something like that, including me. Now, some traders say, I'll just ride this dip. It'll recover. Others say dollar cost averaging is the only way. All of these trades, belief driven. So what's the fix? Here's the thing. The solution is not about hoping, guessing, or following your gut. It's about letting reality speak for itself. And that's when technical analysis comes in. What is technical analysis? Technical analysis is the study of price charts and market data to identify trends, support and resistance levels, and potential trading opportunities using past price action to help predict future movements. Listen, charts don't care what you believe. Trends don't care what you hope. Support and resistance, momentum, none of it cares what your brain thinks should happen. Technical analysis gives you a reality check. It tells you where a trade is valid, where the risk is, where the trend is strong, where price is likely to reverse. No guessing, no hoping, no believing. Let the chart guide you, not your thoughts, not your feelings, not your gut. Once you do that, your trades improve almost immediately. Want to learn my personal strategy using technical analysis? Here it is.